I'm here at RetroFest, Arkansas, but there's a pretty big problem. It's not set up yet. So first things first, my beautiful people, this is pretty much wide open layout right now. This is as good of a shot as you're gonna get of seeing nothing in here. Right now, the #1 objective is getting tables set up because vendors are starting to come in as we speak. So Mr. Woodman, I saw you walking in earlier. What is you're one of the first vendors I've seen pull up. What's the game plan as a vendor with an expo that has tables almost not even really set up?
Get set up just as quick as possible.
All right, so what they're setting up now is table setup, which seems so simple and so it's just setting up tables. Wrong. At Retro World, our last convention, we spent $15,000 to have tables set up only for them to set up the entire place wrong. We still have not paid them yet because what they did is they set all the tables up, they forgot to put the tops on top of them, they didn't measure everything, and when vendors were coming in, fire marshal came by as he was coming in and said, wrong. It was a complete mess, so shout out to the people who are setting up tables, measuring, and doing it right, and making sure the process is done right. The man holding the camera is a vendor himself. He knows the importance of having a table set up, right, sir?
100%. Table's always important. I can't sell anything.
There you go, yeah. What is #1 priority right now? We're early, tables are getting set up. What's next docket that needs to be done ASAP?
Tables are set up, but electrical's not ran. So certain booths have electricity that they need. Not every booth needs it. So we have a map of getting all that down, getting it gaff taped down where it's all clean. And I mean, vendors are going to be here in like an hour and a half.
Wow.
So it's like,
that's tight.
Yeah, we need to get going.
Timing, are you on schedule or are you not on schedule?
We're right on schedule right now. Right on schedule. So we're good.
The first games at the entire convention have been set up. Looks like the arcades have already been set up, which is Looks like the arcades have been set up already by Vortex, which is actually very impressive because arcades are freaking heavy. They are my least favorite thing to set up, especially at the Retro World Expo, just because we own all of our own arcades at that expo. We rent them out at SoCal, so beautiful to see this stuff already locked in and loaded. Hey, props to Vortex, man, for just being on top of it and getting this thing pumping already. And now we officially have dun 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 an LED wall. So LED walls, in my opinion, are super important to shows. I think they make them look so much more next level, so nice. Yes, projectors can do a lot of things and can serve a lot of purpose for a lot of different things, maybe like tournaments and certain projection for like panels and stuff like that. But when it comes to like a main display and throwing up things on there like sponsors or gameplay or big, more grandiose tournaments, like for everyone to watch, LED walls look the best. But if you don't know, they're extremely expensive. At least ours are. I'm gonna ask Rick what his cost. In California, we pay about 10 grand for something like this, just to rent. So let's see. Hey, if I'm allowed to ask you, what does an LED wall run you guys?
My leg.
You hurt your leg?
I just hurt my leg bad. Oh, Mamma mia. The screen is like 8K, I think, to rent. Just the screen. It's one of our biggest expenses.
Okay, curious. Yeah, we're about 10 in California. So one of the biggest draws for this weekend definitely is this custom Jurassic Park freaking Jeep. This is wild. I'm not gonna lie. When Rick told me they're gonna be giving this away, I was like, there has to be more stipulations to this. They're gonna be doing something where you have to pay this to enter to make their money back. No, Rick just straight up went crazy and said they are fully funding this from scratch and giving it away to somebody. Funny enough, it actually kind of made me mad. Rick was like, you can't enter because people will be upset if you won. I'm like, but what if I just actually enter and actually win? But it's a no-go. He wants it to go to the community. So this thing is beautiful, beautiful seats, beautiful branding with on the seats. I mean, they bought this thing and restored it like through and through just to be beautiful for someone in the community to drive home in. So it's crazy to think on Sunday night, someone will literally just be like, I won, and drive it home. Also, Jurassic Park is the best movie of all time. The original. On this side, they have a beautiful merch area getting set up right now as well. That's a great way not only to make some extra money for your convention, but also just kind of spread awareness of your branding throughout your community and really everybody within the scene that's going to be ending up, probably buying stuff like this. They have really cool hats. Our buddy Eddie makes these. He does hats for us. They're just super awesome. I do like the colors they went with too. They went with some greens, some tans, some grays, because most conventions, typically stick with black and white. So good on them for kind of mixing up the vibe a little bit over here. We are now in the concession stand area, which may be my most jealous thing about what they have going on here in Arkansas. Where we run our conventions, one in Connecticut, one in SoCal, you are not allowed to do this. The convention center themselves, yes, they are well aware that they want to be the only ones making any sort of money on any of this. So what Rick can do here is they can set up a concession stand, buy some stuff at a pretty good price, sell it still for a good price. It is shocking the prices that Rick and them are selling. This sounds crazy to say, but in 2025, they're selling water for $2. Rick and them are, like Retrofest, they're selling it for that. That's crazy. In California, convention centers are getting water and selling it for like $9. It's ridiculous that that's even, you know, a thought process that where we are in the world, but that's where it is. So for Rick and them to set this up and keep things not only easy for people not to have to go to just like a random, you know, concession stand that the convention center puts together, but it's their own where they can get the people stuff quicker, smoother, and kind of curate their own like food of what they want, and at a still really affordable price. I am super, super, super jealous of that because, again, where we are, they do not allow that. They're purely aware that they're going to wax you and they're going to wax you hard. Just being honest. And you all know that too. Conventions aren't cheap. And so you can see feng shui, you have merch, all vendors right there. You have sign-ins back there to check in. You have main stage here. Arcade is behind it. Concessions right here. And then through these magic doors is a world you've never seen. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what's over here. I don't remember from last year. Aha! Panel rooms and tournaments. So again, let me make it clear, like even concessions and all that wasn't completely set up yet. So over here will be a panel room. I think I will be speaking in this room later, I assume, if I have a panel. I don't know. Shows how much I know. And then this room looks like it will be tournaments like smaller scale on CRT TVs, not necessarily like big stuff that's going on the main stage. Like I think like big Mario Kart, probably I assume Smash Bros, stuff like that sometimes is on the bigger main stage. Why did I pause when I said that stuff like that? I'm not really sure. And as I come out of tournament area A, if I walk out, go left, there's a long hallway with another tournament area B, Retro Rick employees walking by, and then also a cosplay area down over here. Oh, look, and Rick's cosplaying as a hard worker. And here we are with the other tournament area B. Looks like it's not set up yet. We got dark rooms in there, and looks like in here we're gonna have a Magic the Gathering tournament area. Wow, there must be a gathering of people in here. Hello, roleplay. My wife and I do that sometimes. Good job, gentlemen. Good job, gentlemen. Oh, dude, shit. So this is one of my favorite hours during like a vendor show is this part right now when vendors are starting to come in and bring everything in, because as they're bringing it in, I will be honest, when you're at a convention, it's hard to make it to like every booth and see what everybody's doing. But when you're seeing people pull it, come on through, you're fine. Oh, this is you. I'm using his table. As I was saying, if any of that made any sense at all, I love seeing what vendors are bringing in as they're bringing it in. As a hoarder, collector, reseller, all the above, I love to see it all as it's flowing in. Also, I have a video coming on the main channel, Pixel Game Squad. Check it out, coming very soon. It's gonna be our YouTubers ruining conventions, and I'm talking about early access. Is that okay? Of course early access is okay. Is it okay that they buy stuff, vendor to vendor deals and stuff before the people who are paying for tickets come in? We'll talk about it and get spicy then. So this right now is one of my favorite times. Transition to what's next. Year 2. Yes, sir. Stress level as opposed to this same time last year.
Way lower, bro. Way lower. We know the drill. We've got a great team. The room went up so much faster. I'm feeling really, really good about this year.
Has there been any variables that were a little unforeseen, or are you guys kind of smooth sailing right now?
So far, smooth sailing. We've had a couple little bitty hiccups, but nothing major.
So you may be wondering, how the heck did I get this video out so quickly? I am literally filming it and posting it same day. I want the video to be like real, authentic timeline to make sense in the universe of what's happening in the retro scene right now. I have been going out and filming and then running back here on this little dingy table and just editing pieces in chunks, going out and filming more, editing back more chunks, and going back out. So for this final segment, we're gonna interview the stars of this show, the vendors. They're the people that kind of matter most to make these whole little events, to make these whole events run smoothly, because they are why people come for the most part. They wanna collect, they wanna see the stuff, the nostalgia, and they wanna get their friggin' fingers on it and buy them. Let's see what they expect out of this convention. Retro Rick! I'd suckle him. Huh? What do you expect most out of vending at a show like this?
to you to come up to me and ask me that question?
Well, this is my first time, so I don't even know how to answer that.
Wow. You're just hoping to make some dough.
Correct. I'm just looking to have a good time.
Some of my major expectations when going to a convention as a vendor. What do I expect?
Yeah, what do you expect out of it?
Sell some stuff. Have fun. Yeah.
I just want people to be respectful at my booth. Don't lowball me. Make reasonable offers, and I'll entertain reasonable offers. And if you pick something up, put it back where you found it. It's not that hard.
What do you expect most when coming to vend at a convention like this?
Money.
Because some people are a little rude, and they don't do it. Also, if there's a toad under the table to dig through and you pull it out to dig through it, when you're done, push it back under the table. It takes 2 seconds.
I always want to make sure that the customers get the best experience because I'm not just a vendor, I'm also a goer. I want people to come here and have fun.
Honestly, I have very, very low expectations, not because of anything that anybody necessarily does or doesn't do, but because I run a show, like I know all the struggles that a convention owner has and all of the different things that can very easily like fall through the cracks. So I have very low expectations. I don't know. I want to have a lot of grace when dealing with.
So basically, you have no faith in Retro Rick. What do you expect when you come to vend at a convention?
To make money.
That's your whole goal, money.
Money and hang out with friends, for sure.
Okay.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Solid.
yeah.
In less than 24 hours, this convention center will be filled with thousands and thousands of people united by retro video games. What a weird feeling that is, right? Even thinking about that. Right now, most of the vendors are set up. Everyone's just kind of chit-chatting and having a good time. And I decided to separate myself and kind of just walk out here and kind of get a moment of breathing and relaxation. And I got to say, on a night like tonight, beautiful sky, the air is kind of cool. You kind of feel fall starting to come in. I'm in a different area from where I live, this nice semi-cool Arkansas night with no humidity, might I add. And knowing in less than 24 hours, thousands of people will be gathered talking about video games and just goofing around is such a cool feeling. And it's really not even about the video games. The video games is what unites everybody and brings everybody together. But just when you're all in that room, like right now, even just a few minutes ago when I was in there talking with everybody, no one's even talking about video games or their inventory. Yeah, it's cool to see it and be like, oh, I know that's going to be for sale. But it's nice just to unite people and chit chat and be like, we're all real humans. I mentioned this in a recent video of mine. We're all just human beings getting through life, whether it's easy for us or hard for us. Everyone's on a different place in life. But being in that room, you really get a sense of bonding and community. And I would say not even community of like, you know, oh, my local state, because people are coming from everywhere to go to things like this. If you've never gone to a convention, I highly recommend going, not even as a con owner, get me some ticket sales. It's not about that. It's just something that's very unique to experience. And I would argue if you like video games, it's probably worth you checking out sometime. Retro Rec, he does a heck of a job. His team, Michael, all those guys, Adam, every single one of them. I don't want to name names, but just such amazing people in there. And I'm really thankful to be part of this community. So I actually have to go poop now.